Alright guys, so today we're going to be testing some As Seen on TV tools. We're going to see how they work. So the first one, I tested this, well not this one, but another version of this a while ago, and it was complete garbage and did not really work at all. It is Speedout. Now the difference is, the one that I tested before wasn't titanium, and I think this is supposed to be like some revised version of the original Speedout, and this technically should be better because, like I said, the last one was garbage. So, all right, we don't need that. It's very straightforward. If you don't know what Speedout is, it's just a kit basically to extract screws that have been stripped. Let's find a screw that we want to strip. I say we go, let's go just small and basic to start. Level up in difficulty. Now, we just gotta strip it out. We'll do that with a drill bit. Nothing like the smell of burning drill bit. It's not even, that's not even stripped out. I could totally get that out if I wanted to. Yeah, it's not stripped out at all. Alright. Alright. That's still not stripped out. I didn't think this would be a problem. I did not think that stripping out the screw would be the hard part. Because it seems like I can strip out screws easily without even trying. Oh, I know this thing's gonna be so hot. So it's stripped out in one direction, but not the other. Come on. Be stripped out. That looks pretty bad. I could probably still get it out if I really wanted, but I think that is, I mean, that's pretty stripped out. Now, these things say you can use them with any drill. Wow, how about you go the right way? Oh, I'll get it in there, don't worry. There we go. Now, I distinctly remember in my last video, somebody said that I was doing it backwards because they said it was a left-handed drill bit. It appears like that is the case on the package. Well, that doesn't. It's not supposed to just come right out. It's supposed to be stripped. It is way harder to strip a screw than what you think it is. I don't even know if that's stripping the screw or if it's just stripping the bit. I don't want to say that this just works that good. I think it's just the fact that the screw just isn't stripped out enough or something. Let me try something else. Alright guys, so before we go any farther, this video is sponsored by Manscaped. Manscaped has finally created a beard care kit. So, let's see what comes inside of it. First of all, you get a bottle of beard oil. You get a bottle of beard shampoo. You get some beard conditioner, so that's very nice. You get some beard balm, so this is for like styling your beard, if you're into that. You get a brush for your beard, a comb, a double-ended comb, and then of course you get the most important part, a beard trimmer. So this beard trimmer is really nice. It has a 7,500 RPM motor. It is quiet, of course, and it is of course rechargeable with a USB-C, something very important. And instead of a bunch of different guards that you change in and out, it just has one guard that you just turn this little lever, and then you just select what height you want to trim at. So that is extremely nice and very useful. You're not going to lose all the guards and stuff. And then the last thing, and probably, oddly enough, probably my favorite part of the entire kit, because this is the way that I trim my beard, is you get a pair of Manscaped beard trimming scissors. And these are very nice. So if you're interested in any of this or anything else that Manscaped offers, you can go to manscaped.com, use code TUBE, and you will get 20% off plus free shipping. Alright, so as you can see, it's been a few minutes. I got more drill bits out. I added a Torx head. So we have a Torx head and a Phillips head. I finally got them both actually stripped out with drill bits. So there's not any teeth left for either one of them to grab onto. The Torx bit was actually much harder to strip because the teeth go down so deep. I drilled it out and thought for sure, okay, it's stripped out. And then I was still able to like jam this thing down in there and get it to grab a hold of some teeth and pull it right out. So I had to drill really deep in there. So that was kind of surprising. This one might work on here. Let's try it on that one. All right, let's see. All right. The first time I thought it was just because it wasn't stripped out that good. This literally does not have a single groove left in it, and it took it straight out. Now, it could be because it's just, you know, freshly put into a nice clean piece of wood. I don't know that you'd have the same result with like a rusty screw or something. That was pretty impressive. I remember, I think the last one, I don't think I got anything out, and I don't think it did anything like it was supposed to. So far so good. I think I'm gonna have to go one size up for this one. Yeah. Alright, they work really good. You're supposed to drill it out with one side and then flip it around and then use the extractor side to get it out. I haven't even got to use the extractor side because the left-handed drill bit just pulls it right out. Oh, that really grips on there pretty good. I have to admit, the first generation of this was pretty garbage. These, pretty good. They work great. Buy my merch. There's a link in the description. There's t-shirts, hoodies, and hats, and they're very nice. Now, this next thing, it could possibly be one of the dumbest things I think I've ever seen in my life. It is a magnetic wristband. I don't know why. I just feel like this thing has absolutely no use whatsoever. Oh. The magnets aren't even that strong. So, supposed to put it on your wrist. Actually, let's go forearm a little bit. Okay. Oh, okay. Actually, the magnet's not that weak. What if you needed like a handful of screws? So if you were doing something, you just needed a bunch of screws. You could like drill something and pull out another screw. This is kind of growing on me a little bit. The magnets aren't as bad as I thought. Now if you had like screws or something, that would be alright. But what about... It'll hold... Well, never mind. It won't hold a knife. So if you had these screws on here, what about if you just like... Well, that came off. Oh. That's actually pretty impressive. I'm actually pretty happy with that. What if we had some bigger screws? Surely those aren't going to stay on. Jeez. Okay, let's put three big screws on here. We'll put them all on different rows of magnets. Okay, we lost a small screw. You know, I could see where that actually might be kind of handy. Okay, let's see how much it can pick up. All right, so I got some various different things. We have a small wrench. You could maybe if you had several of them and you were like working on something. Okay, that's not gonna. Never mind. It will fall off, but it kind of takes a lot. Something I don't like about this thing is the size of it. It's not big enough to go around, like it's not big enough to go around the upper part of your arm. Well, I guess technically it could, just barely. But it doesn't like, there's no way to like latch it down really tight. And then if you do get it really tight, you can't really move your arm that much because it just kind of falls right down. You can't put it on your forearm because it slides back down. So then if you go to put it on your wrist, if you put it on there tight, so it doesn't move around, then the strap covers up like 2 almost of the little strips, only leaving you 2 left. So if you want to have full use of the strips, have it just be really loose, which is like really annoying, so it slides around. That part I don't like. The idea, I think, is good. Because you can put a wrench there, and then say, if you just like, that's actually pretty good. That held that very tight. A 9/16 wrench. You're getting too big. How about 1 1/4 inches? No, not a chance. A hammer? No. So you're pretty much going to be limited to screws, maybe like some bits. Although, when it comes to bits, I mean, how many bits do you need? Like, how many bits do you need to have access to instantly on your wrist? Screws or nails is about the only thing I can see that this would be like useful for. If you were like nailing in a bunch of stuff, you could just put them on your wrist and then take them off and nail or screw or whatever. I don't really like it that much. If it was like a better size and it wasn't made in such a weird way, then I think it would be better. But other than that, I'm not really that big of a fan. All right, our next product. It's called InstaHang. It is a device that is supposed to make it easier to hang pictures. Yet again, another device that makes it easier to hang pictures. So, what it looks like to me is just like a device that you load what appears to be thumbtacks into, and then use this thing and push them into the wall. That's about what I get out of it. Alright, let's see what we... Wow. This thing is so lightweight and cheap. I think it's going to be like basically a nail gun. Alright, somehow or another you get into this thing. Ah. How do you get into this thing? Oh. Oh, you had to twist it. Oh. Oh, these things are glued together. That's nice. I don't know which way you load them in. I assume this way, maybe? I think I have them in backwards. Oh, that's actually in there. That is really in there. Come on. Jeez, that is. These things are no joke. This is an absolute disaster. I don't know why I had to take this thing off. That had nothing to do with loading them up. Looks like we got some hooks here that I assume you're supposed to put over top of this thing in some way. All right, let's go test this thing out, see if we can hang a picture. All right, so we're back at our trusty wall where I've done all the other tests on anything that has to do with the wall. And we have our trusty picture to hang. I mean, it should be just as easy as, let's just say we want it right here. I should be able to just, you know what? I think I had those things in right the first time. And I think they're in backwards now. Yeah, now I can't get them out. By the time you figure out which direction these things are supposed to go into, you could have already got a hammer and a nail and already had the picture hung. But, I mean, you could hang a picture there if you wanted. A little bit to the left. Okay. Yeah, that's the direction they are supposed to go. So there's our little nail. And there's our picture. perfectly hung. So, very easy to use. I don't know that it's easier than just a hammer and a nail. We've got these little hook things that, oh, that's pretty cool. I don't know if these are supposed to like snap on or what. But you can hang something on that. We have the crane scale, so let's see how much weight it can hold. Anything past, I think, like 40 pounds, 50 pounds, I think is a win. Okay, well, we're gonna have to try that again. That failed very quickly at a whopping 7 pounds. That is pathetic. Let's put another one in there. Let's do it this time without the little hook. We'll just do it on the bare nail itself. See if we can get more than 7 pounds. Oh, that's not bad. The thing by itself, 12 pounds. I'm not too mad at that. I mean, that's pretty much it. It's you can hang pictures with it. It does work. I'm not really a fan of it because it's like all proprietary, and if you want to hang more stuff, you got to buy the certain refills and do all that. Although it is handy. Like if you, for some reason, don't have a hammer, don't want to use a hammer, can't use a hammer, you know, whatever the situation is, this would be a very good alternative. For whatever reason, maybe you're speed hanging pictures, you could just right now. I mean, you see how fast that is. So, I don't know, maybe you're speed hanging pictures. That's the InstaHang. It does work. I'm not personally a fan, but it does work and it does what it's supposed to do. All right, and our last item, it is a pair of like Snippers. We're gonna test it on a few things, but what doesn't make sense to me, so these are basically just like pliers, but with a razor blade. In the commercial, the main thing that they were showing these for was trimming like hedges and like tiny branches on trees and stuff, which didn't make any sense to me because it's a razor blade. So why are you trying to like trim trees with a razor blade? Why not get a pair of like actual like Snippers or something? It has a section that is labeled wire cutter. You can move this thing back so that way whenever it's locked, you have like a little piece of the razor blade sticking out, so you can like cut stuff open with them and whatnot. Kind of feels like a safety hazard to me, but I mean, it is what it is. So anyway, since I know you guys want to see it, first thing we're going to do is put it on the sharpness tester so we can get a gauge of how sharp this thing is. So I guess we'll do it like this, and then we'll use just the tip. Oh, 150. So razor sharp, as you would expect. So let's start off with something easy. Let's just cut some 550 paracord. This should be a very easy task. Oh, that was like butter. That's I'm actually impressed with that. That is so cool. Very oddly satisfying too. I could literally do that all day. Why is that so satisfying? Okay, paracord, not even a challenge. All right, now we have some wire. Maybe the wire cutter part of it will be just as smooth. Ah! I mean, that works. Let's try to cut it with the blade. Ooh! Now, of course, that's going to dull the blade really fast. These things are growing on me. These, I actually, like, you could cut so much with these, and it cuts everything so easy. Lower this thing down, and we'll lock it, so that way it's kind of basically just like a knife. We'll just try to cut some cardboard with it. Beautiful, as you would expect. No problem. Just like a knife. Now I wonder if you can cut the cardboard. Of course you can. know what use in the world you would have for this, to cut cardboard like this, but you could do it, and it's pretty cool. So now let's try to use it for what they show it being used for, which is trimming like wood, tree branches, little shrubs and whatnot. So we're gonna start off light. We got this nice little one. That sound kind of brings back some childhood memories. Start on this end. I think I understand why they were advertising it for that. If you were trimming like a bush or something, that's so easy. It's like cutting through nothing. Now as it gets a little bit thicker, it gets a little tougher to cut. Maybe try something like this. This is pretty substantial. That's a little bit tougher. More of a two-hand job. I got this big one, but I don't think it's gonna be able to cut through that one. I think this is probably gonna be about its limit. Ugh. Yeah. Ugh. Oh no. Okay, so that's a downside. Oh, I bent it too. I bent the jaws. Now they don't even line up. Now half the razor blade is stuck inside of here. That sucks. I actually like these things. Well, I think we found the limit, obviously. Luckily for the blade part, we should be able to just replace it, which was going to be the next point that I was going to make, that you can replace the blades, but I didn't think I was going to get to that portion of the video this way, so. Alright. Oh, you know what? I think you have to have a special kind of blade. Yeah, you do. It's not just a standard razor blade. Okay, well, scratch that. So theoretically, you can replace the blades, but only if you have them. All right, so I didn't expect this to go this way. Overall, I think these things are good as long as you do like reasonable things with them. Maybe cut rope, cardboard, little tiny stuff. As long as you don't try to cut anything big and put all your weight on it where you can like bend it and break it, I don't see why it wouldn't be just fine. I actually, even though they broke, I kind of like them. That's all I have. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.